All right, for example 6, this time they gave us a center again. Here's my h and my k, and they gave us the circumference of the circle. Now remember, to write the equation of a circle, we need h and k, we need the center, and we need the radius. So the nice thing about this is, though, that our circumference or our area, some of your questions in your homework will be area questions, both of these formulas, the circumference formula and the area formula, both will help you discover your radius. So if you'll remember, the circumference of a circle is just 2 times pi times r. Remember that? So my r, my radius, is in that circumference formula. Same thing here with the area. The area is equal to the area is equal to pi times r squared. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my circumference formula since they gave me the circumference. I'm going to use that circumference formula, that the circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r, to find my radius. So notice right here, I know the circumference, that's just going to get plugged in for c. So 17 pi is equal to 2 pi times r. Now, we are going to undo everything but your r. We're trying to solve for this r. So we want to undo these multiplications. Everything's just multiplied to that r. We're going to divide by 2. And I'm going to do this in one fell swoop. We're going to also divide by pi. That way, over here, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Pi divided by pi is 1. So then I just have this 1r. So I just have r over here. Pi divided by pi is 1. And that times 17 divided by 2, which is 8.5 right there. And now I found my r. My radius is 8.5. So we are good to now go ahead and plug this into our equation of a circle. Let's write it over here. We've got our x minus our h, so minus 9 squared, plus y minus k, or 12 squared, is equal to r, which is 8.5 times 8.5. That gives me 72.25 right there. And we're done. Not nearly as bad as that one right before us, is it? Okay, fantastic. Before we go on to completing the square, we're going to give that its own video, example 7. Let's come down here to example 8. This one's probably the easiest of the whole paper. But this time they're going to work backwards. This time they gave you the equation of a circle, and they want you to identify the center and the radius. So remember, basically what they did is they gave you h and k, and this again is r squared. So don't forget, most of the time, especially on ACT tests, will tell me that 58 is the radius. It is the radius squared. Okay, so to get the radius, you're going to take the square root of that value. If it's not a nice number, go ahead and just leave it as a square root of 58. Especially on the ACT, they don't like decimal approximations. So if you put that into your calculator, it will tell you that it's about 7.5 or something, but just leave it as a square root of 58. That's what they'll do on the ACT test. For the center, though, remember you've got to switch the signs because we're subtracting our h. So this subtract 6 goes to a positive 6. This plus 11 goes to a negative 11. Again, so we've been used to working, they told us the center, they told us the radius, and we would write it. You're just working the other way for that example. All right, so we're going to stop this video and do example 7 all by itself here in the next one.